And today we're going after that soulmate energy. Are you looking for one? Do you already have one and things have a little bit shifted so you're not having quite the experience that you wanted? Has a soulmate departed from your life and left you feeling ill at ease and incomplete? What is the soulmate energy for my friends today? I'm lighting up our Palo Santo to unite us, because who doesn't want to be lit up by passion? Who doesn't want to be set aflame by a new love? Who doesn't want that? If you don't, you will want to tune in to another reading. But if you want to light that flame, you are in the right spot. So right now, I hope y'all are hearing me. I've had some technical difficulties over the last couple. So if you're hearing me, flash me a little heart signal so I know we're on. And then I just want to lift up with the smoke of the Palo Santo today the disappointments and the heartbreaks about true love. Because no matter how good that crush feels in the beginning, you have ups and downs throughout the journey. And sometimes people make the mistake of thinking they're going to stop choosing love because it hurts too much. And believe me, that is no way to live. So let's attack that soulmate energy today. I picked up 3 lovers cards from 3 different decks. And I'm just sensing in my spirit before we start today that there are people who are drawn to this reading who almost are ready to give up, that you have tried and looked and nothing's come. And I want to tell you, please don't give up, because true love is available if your heart is set on it. Okay? So we can choose today from this card number, pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3. You may find that there's something in all 3 of these piles that resonate with you. It doesn't surprise me at all, because you've heard that old saying, birds of a feather flock together. Well, that's what happens in these readings also, where people that have similar likes, similar tastes, and similar experiences are all drawn together. That's Murphy barking in the background. Murphy, and hopefully he will let us conduct the reading. So let's start with this beautiful card. And the first thing that I want to point out is the distance between the two. Because many times when you're drawn to someone who's the right person for you, there's going to be friction there. And the friction is part of what works. Friction is not your enemy, not at all. Conflict is not your enemy, believe me. It's impossible to hold a relationship together with no conflict. I remember once a long time ago, a woman came to me and said, excuse me, I just want to find someone who I will never have an argument with. And I gave her a hug and said, may we sit down and talk? It's not reasonable to think that there's not going to be friction. And if you do have 2 strong personalities, they're going to bump heads. But on in this particular art, what I'm aware of, you know what, my throat is so scratchy, and that's always my sign that something is hard to say, that there's somebody here. I'm just grabbing some water for myself. I was not fully prepared. If you can't speak your truth in a relationship, it can be really difficult. All right. So, excuse me while I grab my water. But this angel here in the background is the promise of that support. When you do find someone that fascinates you and that you're curious about, if it becomes a friction based relationship with the angelic guidance and with the divine, you can make something very dynamic out of it. They're terrific ingredients. So, our first card here is for people who desire a strong partner, but maybe feel a little insecure about how to express themselves. And so, your keyword for today is flow. Go with the flow as water trickles down a stream. Do not hurry. So, if you have a very strong personality and you attract another strong personality. It's very important that you allow yourselves to get to know each other, slow but sure, because the ability to handle that friction is going to be super important for you. And I have picked out a couple of love oracle cards for you today, pile one. The first one, take a leap of faith. Only when you're willing to step out of your comfort zone will you reap great rewards. I like this energy for you, pile one, because it is true. You may have decided that you want to have peace and harmony and all those beautiful things about love in your home, but you are attracting people who have a friction with you. They have conflict with you. And so you're thinking, well, that how could you ever have a soulmate with conflict? Believe me, if you talk to any married couple over that been together over 25 years, what they're going to tell you is they had plenty of stress and arguments, but it's how they repaired the relationship that made it work. It wasn't the avoidance of trouble and hardship, it was repair. So if you're following, got a pencil and paper, write down the word repair. Arguments and conflict are not permanent damage. They're just like a storm comes through and a tree comes down and you have to repair. Let's take a look at our romance angels. And you are being asked to love yourself first. Part of what goes on when you find a relationship with a very strong person who just, do you know what it is to heckle somebody? You know, like if you go see a comedy show and they heckle you, they tease you, they're snarky or sarcastic. This, believe it or not, and I don't like to admit this, but that's the love language of some people, right? Some people tease continually, and that, believe it or not, they're expressing love to you. So there is something here about being able to say, okay, enough. This is really funny, but I don't appreciate that comment, right? Being able to simply, gently state to your person, I don't appreciate that comment. That is a generic, general way of setting a boundary. All right. So I have a feeling for you that you have compromised a lot, pile one, in your past. And it does take a leap of faith to try again. And you need to love yourself first. Now, I did put a link in the top of the chat that I'm hoping you guys will be able to see. It's called the Soulmate Generator, and it will absolutely help you shift your story and remove some of the past pain, because I have a feeling that you people like to tease you. You have a cute giggle. You laugh. Sometimes you laugh when you don't mean it, but the idea of getting used to this kind of I'm going to call it a frictional relationship. You probably have some siblings or family members that have that same energy. And it's just wonderful to stand down, not be too defensive, and learn how to love yourself. Learn how to not take yourself so seriously and learn to have a better sense of humor about being in frictional relationships. Murphy, it's my sound effects today. Hang on a second. Murphy, you're such a good watchdog. Okay, so let's open our tarot for you, my friend. Can you see your cards? Okay, all right. So here's our first card here, and we have the Eight of Wands. So let me put them all out first before I speak about them. And we have the Page of Swords. Nice. Excellent. And our last card is the Eight of Pentacles. This is such a beautiful set of cards to support you. And I apologize for Murphy. Murphy, please come here. Come here. Oh, gosh, knocking everything over. Come here, boy. Come here. Okay, so there's something happening quickly here for you. So it looks like this summer there's going to be some action coming your way. You may be hearing from somebody through the internet or from a long distance, but it shows I understand better why this card fell for you, pile one. If you look, the color scheme of this card is similar here. There is a fire being lit in you, and it's being lit from the angelic realm. There is someone on the other side, probably God and the angels and all the hit parade, that are rooting for you to try again. They don't want you to be separate and alone, but they do want you to realize there's some lessons to be learned. Now, with the Page of Swords, this is a card of study and learning, but it's also a graduation card. Let me explain that to you. The Ten of Swords in the tarot is the card that shows a person with swords in their back. They have been hurt. They have been disappointed, okay? And they want to quit. They're laying on the ground on their belly with swords in their back. I'm sorry to be so dramatic, but it is what it is. So the next card is the Page of Swords, and the pages are often known to carry the same energy as the ace because this is the start of a new cycle. Once you work your way through the mindset that love only hurts, and you begin to open up to the fact that if you knew how to deal with conflict a little bit better, you would be able to find more humor in the situation. The Eight of Pentacles shows somebody working at their craft. All right. Notice how the page is looking over here. The page understands there's work to be done. The page also serves the king. All right. So the page has gotten his mind on the mastery that the king has. The swords are the suit of your thoughts. It's not love that's hurting your feelings, it's your thoughts about love. All right. So, this reading for you today, my dear pile one, is calling you into a new understanding of love and a new understanding that friction is a part of normal relationships. And maybe your parents were like my parents and it was a mess, to say the least. And so, our work is to reconstruct what we believe we can create with love. The pentacles are the suit of the relationship. A lot of people think it's cups. Well, certainly cups are about the emotions, but building the foundation of your relationship is more in the realm of the pentacles. There aren't even any cups that showed up at your reading. So, what this is showing me, pile one, is that this not so much a matter of the heart, but a matter of the brain and how you can change your concept about what you're expecting from your partner. There's a man on YouTube called it's Jimmy and Relationships or Relationships and Jimmy, one of the two, Jimmy. He's so smart. He has a ton of shorts. He will tell you the truth about friction and he'll tell you the truth about what you can build if you set your emotions aside for a second and just build on the foundation of what you want to think about love and how you want to act. Okay, a fabulous reading for you, my darling pile one. I have a brand new deck I've been showing off here, the Avalon Magic. And so let me draw a card for you as a special blessing. And thank you, pile one. I know it's not easy to be you sometimes when it comes to love, right? You've had your share of disappointments, but this is showing me, I have goosebumps all over my body, that this summer is going to be a time of real change for you. All right. So let me pull out our beautiful Avalon Magic card for you. This is what it is. And let's take a peek. Let go of who you think you should be and embrace who you are. Man, I couldn't pick a better card for you, my dear pile one. You do have some work to do. You do. Part of what you have interpreted about love has just not been correct. So do yourself a favor, start using the soulmate generator. It will help. If you want a private reading, you know I would love to read your cards. My contact information is below, and it's my privilege to open up cards privately for people if that's what you would like. Let's move on to pile two. In the soulmate arena, welcome, welcome, pile two. What is it that you're looking for when it comes to love? So, this is from that wonderful deck about the mystical moments. I just love it so much. This card shows that you may be looking for your type, like you have a certain type, a certain shape, a certain nationality, a certain wealth um, equation. You may want to marry or be with a very specific type of person, but you're still single. What is that? Maybe what you're wanting is not what you're wanting. What do I mean by that? Many times, when love is stubborn and won't show up, it's because you are wanting something that is not matching your deepest heart. Let me explain. Sometimes you can think you want a certain thing. I want to give you an example. My friend Janice, she shows up here on the readings. It was about 11 or 12 years ago. She was sure, she was 42 years old. She was sure that she wanted only a certain type of person, but she was gorgeous and single. And I said to her, why do you think you're single? Maybe you're fishing in the wrong pond. What if you're fishing in the wrong pond and your soulmate is outside what your expectations are? Maybe your soulmate is very much younger, or maybe your soulmate is very much older. And she did not want to hear that. She said, absolutely not. I know exactly the kind of man I want. Well, after we worked together for a while and she did tapping, which you guys know I love tapping, we came to a place where she was able to open her heart to people that she never considered. Long story short, she ended up marrying a man very much younger than she is. She never saw it coming. They're about to celebrate their 10th wedding anniversary. I got the privilege of doing their wedding. She said that to me. She goes, if I find someone, you got to do the wedding. I said, you got it. So I got certified and was able to do their wedding. The point is, if you're still single and you can't figure out why, you might be just like my friend Janice, fishing in the wrong pond. So, pile two, let's go on and check it out. This is your keyword, growth. And it really fits perfectly because if you have been single and you can't figure out why, and none of your friends can either, because you are a wonderful partner and you are sure that you want to have a forever relationship. So, what's going on? You need to consider growing beyond what you think is possible for yourself. And you do need to consider fishing in at least one other pond. The tallest oak tree once started as a seedling. Don't be afraid to start something new. So, again, the soulmate generator is at the top of the comments. It's a wonderful tool for just talking to your guides and angels and asking them, why am I attracted to people who don't want to connect with me? Why can't I find a partner who is a great match? Is Catherine right? Do I need to fish in a different pond? Do I need to look outside my ethnicity or outside my geography or outside of my type? Is that necessary? I'd really rather not. So I notice the butterflies that are flying here. And this shows me that dreaminess. She's just dreaming. She's content with her partner, but they are not a typical match. So she has had to give up and let go of some of her past illusions about what was possible in love. Okay, so let's pull our love oracle. Be honest. Heart to heart conversations are necessary. It is safe for you to talk about your feelings. You need to be honest with yourself, my darling pile two. There's something in what you're desiring in love that is not what you think. It's sometimes talking to a reader like myself, or talking to a friend, or even reading a book like The Soulmate Secret, which is a book that Ariel Ford wrote several years ago, where you come to an honest discussion with yourself. You can do it with paper and pencil. You can do it as a guided exercise to really figure out if what you're wanting is what will truly bring you satisfaction. Your romance angel, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So, you know what? I do feel that the universe is calling you, pile two, to reevaluate what it is that you're wanting. Did you write a list several years ago of everything? I hate to say that because I know there's people that are waiting years for their soulmate. And quite frankly, I think if you've been waiting more than 6 months, you need to get a reading. You need to talk to someone and figure it out because half, if you're a man, half of the population are female. If you're a woman, half the population is male. 50% of the population is available to you, and 50% of the population is single. The amount of couples that are committed and happy is so few, 49, 50%, right? So there's tons and tons of single people out there for you. And there's a chance that you are definitely fishing in the wrong pond here. So let's pull our tarot and see what clarity we have. And here we have the Nine of Pentacles. Wonderful. Oh, I love that card for you. And we have that fork in the road card. Don't you just love this? My goodness, right under that couple. Mm. Male or female, whoever's listening, it doesn't really, gender doesn't matter. They're just the energies. And the Eight of Cups. Wow, this is so perfect for you guys. Pile two. Nine of Pentacles is a very prosperous card, right? She is in charge of her fate. She knows what she wants. She is building and building what it is that she wants. So I feel like in your mind, you have created a strong desire to be in a partnership. You feel confident. In fact, you're probably arguing with me right now. Some people probably stopped watching this reading because they had thought, nope, I am not choosing outside my type. I will not. I know what I like and I'm going to wait for it. Well, I can say, okay, good. If that's truly what will bring you joy, if it will bring you joy to wait, then the reading is not for you. But if you have a piece of yourself that is sad and so curious, people tell you you'd make a great girlfriend. I don't know why you're not with someone. Or people might say to you, you are such a talented person and look at how much you have to offer in a relationship. I don't understand why you're single. That's where you have to question what you laid out for yourself. The Nine of Pentacles is kind of a mini queen. She's not the Queen of Pentacles yet. She's developing, and it's important that you continue to evolve. You're definitely at a fork in the road. This is got a lot of fire in it. There's passion coming your way. In your future is someone who's going to light you up. Got it? Look at how one path leads to this explosion of light and all of the birds, and this path leads to this explosion of light. So, as you choose which path you want to take, it's important to allow yourself to want what you really want. If you have a current soulmate list, get it out, okay? Take it out and go through each element on that list. If you don't have one, prepare one. What would the perfect soulmate bring to your life? Got it? And write down travel. We're going to be traveling around the world. He's going to bring me coffee in bed. She's going to love to do my hobbies. I'm just pulling them out of my out of my head here, and write them down. Okay, and then go through and write down a scale of 1 to 10. How important are these things? If you have an old list, it's perfect because go down on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 is I could live without it, and 10 is deal breaker, right? 10 is deal breaker. Go through your list. What can you walk away from? It's so important that at this point, being single by surprise, that you look at what you used to want and lay it down. Believe me, if you haven't found it yet, what are the chances? It's just so logical. A lot of the manifesting books and reading how to manifest a partner or get your SP back or all that stuff, it all depends on whether or not you know what you really want. And with this pile 2 reading, this is for you. If you are ironclad, you sure you know what you want, it's even more important to do that listing exercise because there's a part of you that knows you better than you know yourself. Your inner being, your divine soul knows what you need. And if you do the work, you're going to find it. The easiest work, it's right there at the top of the comments. It's called the Soulmate Generator. It's just a little gizmo that I invented. So, in order for you to reframe yourself and to be able to be honest, and if somebody's hurt your feelings in the past, don't hide from it. Do the work of getting rid of it. Got it? Okay, I have my beautiful Avalon Magic cards. They're brand new for me and I love them. And so I want to draw you one more card for just a bit of a blessing as we leave the reading, okay? And here's our card. Interesting. Sleeping Beauty. Okay. You know what, pile 2, I'm just overwhelmed with compassion and love for you right now because I feel like this may be shocking news and that you may not have realized that you might be the author of your own fate, that you might be authoring singleness in your life because of being a little too picky. Maybe people have said that, but let's take a peek and see. It is in the silent pause that we find the answers to our questions. It is in the breath that we anchor the soul. It's so true. There's a need for you to drop deeply into your heart and really double check. Are you sure that your deal breakers are truly deal breakers? There's pile number 1 did a, let me just flip that over. Pile number 1 had a wonderful message about dealing with conflict in relationships. And if you want, I would recommend that you listen to pile 1 because part of what I find in my clients who are kind of stuck is that they're fearful of conflict and they that their type includes that, right? So if that's you, take a listen to pile 1 and I think you're going to find some comfort there. All right, let's move on to our wonderful pile 3 and let's see what we have for you. Very interesting. I'm surprised at the readings myself today. I really never know what stories the cards are going to open to. So here is our beautiful pile number 3. And this picture, when I look at it, this is from the Lover's Path Tarot. And when you order your private reading, if you'd like me to use this deck, all you have to do is ask for it, the Lover's Path. It really is beautiful. And what I see here is a sense of deep peace. And I see a couple who are very strong in their own worlds. And I feel like there's a sense of equality here and balance. I feel like this might be the energy for someone who has just met someone, maybe. And that crush, the beautiful feeling of early love when they can't do, that your partner can do nothing wrong, right? Let's see. Let's see what our keyword is. Oh, adventure. Live wild and free. Yep. It does feel like pile 3. I'm getting my signature goosebumps. Sometimes when I mention that I'm goosebumping, I'm curious, you might also. It happens a lot of times in my personal readings with my people that as I'm reading the cards, they will also get goosebumps at the same time I do. And it's just that signal that we are connected energetically and that you're in the right place at the right time to hear this reading. So, pile 3, I feel like you've either just met someone or you're in the early dating stages because that's when it feels so good, doesn't it? When you first meet, and it's the beautiful energy of the crush and the excitement of what's in the future. It is an adventure that you're wanting with all your heart. So, let's see what the cards have to say. Excellent. This is great. Sorry, losing. Okay, whenever my voice goes like that, It's always a signal that you need to speak your truth. Okay, somebody in the couple is feeling shy about speaking their truth. Hang on. Thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to move this blue star over here because I want you to keep that in mind. Um, what's what's happening right now is that one or both of you may have fears of the future. In fact, don't you hate when that happens, where you're with your person and all of a sudden you get this a thought comes in your head, like, okay, what's going to go wrong? Okay, when's the other shoe going to drop, right? And there's a part of you that is doubtful. All right, so let's take a peek and see, because you don't want to communicate this if it's not true, right? This is where, if somebody's been cheated on before, if somebody has cheated on you in the past, it's hard to give yourself completely to another. But the energy around this new person is very positive. So it's looking to me that your angels and guides are calling you to put aside all of the heartbreak and betrayal that you had in the past. The soulmate generator, it's right at the top of the comments there. That is a great way. If you list down the people that have hurt your feelings in love, I'm just going to pause for a second. Take a breath. Just write down the names of the people who have hurt you in the past when it comes to love. I'm going to ring the bell because this is important. If you can dump your fears about the past, your person's going to feel it like a breath of fresh air. You don't need to tell this person anything about them because it's not their concern, but you need to take care of cutting off my scissors, cutting off your fears from the past. Okay. So, at the very least, soulmate generator, if you need a private reading, I'm the girl to help you. Be sure to let me know. Okay. And we have here unrequited love. Yes. Okay. So the universe is here with a big yellow flag, but it's not a yellow flag against your person. You know how sometimes you feel like yellow flag means warning? Yes, because you are the one that's got like like a tornado of energy around your past. Okay. So as you take responsibility, pile three, I'm so excited for you. I don't know if this is happily ever after or just happily for now. It doesn't matter. This person is genuine and they do want to be your partner right now. But unless you remove the fears of the past, it's going to be an interference. This person may have the stamina, the patience, and the desire to walk it out with you as you're carrying this energy. But believe me, it's very worth it to clear this away so that you can get to know your person. Let's pull our tarot here and see what we have. Oh my gosh, gotta love it. Yes, yes, this is confirmation, okay? Look at that. Now, I'm wiggling in my chair because I'm excited for you, pile three. You have so much potential ahead of you. It's all up to you. I like this curtain, this like a stage, right? It's all up to you. You can feed and nurture this connection. This is the Lover's card. This is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups shows that magnetism that's brought the two together, but they are not connected like this, right? The Two of Cups is only the second in the suit of emotions, which goes all the way up to the beautiful Queen and King. So it's showing new, evolving knowledge of love. Okay. And so as you detach yourself from those people in the past that have hurt you, all those exes, you're going to fill these cups, and the arrangement between the two of you will be glowing with good vibration and good energy. Okay, here we go. Looky there. There they are. Sneaky energy. I do feel that somebody may have cheated on you in the past, pile three, right? There is nothing like betrayal to break a heart. Okay, so there's this sneaking around energy. Something has harmed you in the past. However, what's harming you right now are your thoughts about the past. The past is in the past, right? So this is your journey. In order to connect deeply with your person, you need to take full responsibility, not for what people did to you. No, 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 no. You're not taking responsibility for the things that happened. You're taking responsibility for dealing with them. The soulmate generator, it's right there for you to use, right at the top of the chat. Use it. Get a private reading. I'm not the only reader, right? There's hundreds and thousands of readers. But when you have cards pulled for your own person rather than the collective, it teaches you more specifically what you need to do to make sure that you connect deeply. And our last card, the Four of Pentacles, satisfaction, stability. Okay, so these cards are all process cards. These are not future looking cards to me. These are looking at right now for you. What is it that you can learn about your past exes that will build stability with your person, not pushing them away? This unrequited love, you know what that means? That means where you love someone, then they don't love you back. And the fact, it just feel like you have fallen for the wrong oh, bless your heart. Pile three, I just feel like I want to, where's my cards? Pile three, my heart goes out to you. Right now I'm sensing that you're hearing my words and you're even like my words. You're like, yeah, yeah, preach, sister. But everybody else but me. Everybody else but me. I've had so much hurt. You don't know, Catherine. You don't know the troubles I've seen. And I don't know if I have the faith that you're saying that I can change my own feelings, my own doubts and fears, and help my relationship. And I'm saying, yes, you can. So let me pull this card. Oh, yay. I always love when the universe is so faithful. The Magician. Okay, so even though you aren't sure, and I understand because I have to do a lot of stuff by faith for sure in my life. But even if you don't understand, you have more tools than you think you do. You're stronger than you think you are. And all of the cheating and all the bullshit, sorry, that you went through, it is going to benefit you because everything that you didn't like shows you what you do want. All right. So take some time, make a list of your perfect soulmate. Maybe you have one that you used years ago, but make a list for what would be an ideal partner for you. And then go through the list and very carefully look at it. Are there any deal breakers that are based in fear? If your deal breakers are coming out of your wound, they're not sustainable. Okay, so trust me, the soulmate generator up there, it's such a simple tool, but I guarantee it, it really does work. Right now, I'm committed to using the detachment exercises for the whole month of June. I'm just going to use my very own material because I believe in it and I want to see what happens. There's things going on in the world right now that bother me. It bothers me to see the news. And so I'm going to the detachment machine and I'm complaining about the world condition into the journaling technique because I don't want to be cluttered. I know the world is a tough place, but I want to be focused on the love that I'm creating with my son, his family, and with other people that surround me. And I don't want either. I don't want the fear of hurt in the past to impact me. Okay, so we are bonded in this effort. Let's cling to this beautiful magician energy, which tells us we have everything we need and that we are enough. Okay, so bottom line, the person, if you have not met this person yet, many people, pile three, I feel like you know who I'm talking about. But if this person is still in your future, then you can't hurt yourself. You can only help yourself by detaching from your exes. Okay, and so here we have the Avalon Magic cards. It's a new deck for me. They're so cool, and I'm just going to pick you one more blessing. Oh, my goodness, two cards flew out. Lucky you. Let's see. This is the first one. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that's like the magician energy. For sure. Many times the magician is pictured pointing up and down. Let's see what it says. It is easy to love and accept the light side of yourself. It takes courage to acknowledge and love the darker side. You guys, you saw that card fly out of the deck, didn't you? This is why I believe in intuition and I believe in the attraction that happens, that the right people show up for the right readings. This is very clear. It's easy to love the lighter side of your personality. You're a bright, sparkly, wonderful person, but you do have hidden fears. How do I pick up the energy that somebody cheated on you? I'm way over here in Tennessee. Where are you? Right? But the fact is, energetically, we're all connected. And look, dark hair, dark hair. Ooh, look at this one. I love this. This is like the dark and the light. I had goosebumps running up and down my arms. My goodness. Let's see what this one says. Welcome the solitude. It is your time to replenish your weary soul. You have been working so hard at finding a soulmate, pile 3. Do yourself a favor. Come for a reading. I would love to read for you personally, but if that's not for you, just use the soulmate generator and you will start to make moves to embrace your shadow self. You were hurt, and there's a part of you that's got a coat of armor on yourself. You're self-protective. Unfortunately, that's opposite of the soft, gentle nature that this person needs from you. This person is not a cheater. You're done with that. I love you, pile 3. Thank you so much for joining me. Big love. My goodness, these were deep and powerful readings. If you are so inclined, you can listen to all 3 of them because you will hear different aspects of how to attract someone so intimately that they never want to leave you, right? So go forth and prosper in love. And I look forward to seeing you on the next reading. You are my favorite people. Love y'all. Bye.